Hi Crafty family. Continuing on with some of the fun stuff that I've made lately. This year for the office staff at my school, I made these little embellished tag books, and I use a lot of the Heidi Swapp products for these. Obviously the stamps that you see are Heidi Swapps, and then I put a little bit of glue on there and then added a little bit of white glitter. So not terribly decorated on the back, but the front is pretty cute on each of these. They're all the same inside, but like this one, this was my first time working on making a snowy mountain, and so I think that turned out really cute. So anyway, let's dig into one of them. I don't know, which one should I do? Which one? Oh, these little cars, they're actually cut out, and then like, I don't know if you can see, but the little snow, or the little tree is has a little snow on top of it, and it's tied on there with some red thread. And then I like how I made this dimensional, so it kind of stands out a little bit, and I think it turned out, I think I would, like, if I received one of these, I would be absolutely thrilled. Okay, so let's go with this guy. This ended up being my favorite design of the covers. I just liked the way that the Christmas tree farm, no, I mean, it's like a Christmas tree farm, but it also is kind of like a Christmas tree farm that is in the woods. Like, it's the kind I went to when I was a kid. So what I did was I took a bunch of the Heidi Swapp elements and I made these little pages with them. And then, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this is glued down, but it's like basically it's 6 pages of tags, and then I made each of the little tags and put them on with a little bit of like, what I did is I put, let's see if I can find an example. So I put the sticker on the back like that. Can you see that right there? And then I would just take a little corner of the sticker like that, and then peel that back, and then use that to stick it down. And that way it wouldn't be stuck on super hard. They could still pop it off and then be able to peel it the rest of the way and have it stick to the gift. So this, I think, is my favorite one, the little snow globe. And let me see if I open up the other one. I mean, they're similar, but they might be different. Let's see, what do we have here? Yeah, so here's a blue one. And so that one, they're slightly different, but, you know, kind of the same, kind of different. And the trees, I think, just turned out so cute. And then I just dotted a bunch of little glue dots and then put glitter on them. And I think they just turned out so pretty. And the feedback I got was that was the favorite from people. And then typewriter. And like I said, these are all the Heidi Swapp elements. Like everything that I use is stamps from Heidi Swapp's, die cuts from Heidi Swapp. So it's all from her. Yeah, the tickets, the stamps. The colors are not Heidi Swapp stamp pads, because by the time she came out with her stamp pads, I had already invested pretty deeply in the Tim Holtz, and so I'm just gonna stick with that because that's working for me. This one's cute. This is one of my favorite ones. This pulls out. I think that turned out really cute. And I love the tickets. There's a gal on Instagram, I think her name is Rochelle, and she does a lot of Heidi Swapp stuff and a lot of tickets, and I love, love, love it. And I love this little cup. I think this little cup is so cute. So cute. I actually have a little cup that looks like that too. I think maybe every crafter does at this point. And just using a bunch of little elements that I had in my stash, like this little foamy snowflake, and these little, I don't even know what they're called. What's the gooey ooey stuff that people use and have to like cure it with UV? I think that's what these are. I don't even know where I got them. I think I got them in a swap or something, but I think they turned out really cute. They just added like the extra little bit of oomph. And then this one, these are really fun. This is obviously a birthday one, but I still think it turned out really cute. It's got strawberries and stuff, but I fussy cut around the stamp, and I like those ones. And then this is a little rainbow die from Heidi Swapp that I got on a whim, and it's ended up being like one of my absolute favorite things that I have. I absolutely love it. And a little stitching, a little tape, a little good stuff. But I've learned a lot about stamping lately, and I've really been enjoying the stamping. This is another die that I have from Heidi Swapp. I actually cut this out of scrap paper that's plain on one side, and I think it turned out really nice. And then this is another Heidi Swapp die cut. So is this one. I liked the stamping of the wreath around the inside of that and think it turned out really pretty. I'm curious now if I go to the back page on this one. Yeah, see, look, it's a little different. Oh, yeah, and some of them I accidentally put an extra page in. This one has an extra page. Same amount of tags, but an extra page. And I was like, how did that happen? You know, like I think of myself as fairly precise, but you know, apparently not. So even if it has different pages, it has the same amount of little tags and gift tags. So I thank you for checking that out. I've just been having a lot of fun. Heidi Swapp is my new favorite brand and that I've been really enjoying. I've gotten away from a lot of die cutting except for like these little tiny guys. But it's just been fun to play around with all this stuff and be making things. And the people that I gave these to absolutely loved them. So I have this many left over because I always make enough so that just in case something comes up. So these ones I will be listing at some point in my Etsy shop, because what am I going to do with all these, my friends? What am I going to do? Anyway, have a great holiday. Happy New Year, all the good stuff. And thank you for stopping by once again and checking out the goodies that I can't stop making. And on that note, I'm a teacher and my administrator said, how long does it take you to put all this? Is this hours and hours of work? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, how do you have time for that? And I'm like, this is literally what I do to calm myself. This is literally my therapy, and I just love doing it. So the only reason I sell stuff in my Etsy shop is because I don't have the space to store all this stuff, and I have to be able to pay for the products that I buy to be able to make stuff. So it's like a breaking even kind of thing. You know, I'm not raking it in doing this stuff. I just basically am paying for my therapy by listing things and selling them. So, and it brings me joy to give them to people. I like to know that something that I put all this energy and time into goes to somebody who legitimately wants it and appreciates it, instead of giving it to people who are just like, oh, thanks. You know, like the amount of effort and energy that go into these things. I know that you know. I know you know. Anyway, once again, have a great holiday and Happy New Year. Here we come, 2026.